streaming as well. Thank you everyone and welcome to our another session. And it's good to see people already joined, and we will go through the indexes and we'll take the stocks that are requested, and we'll also see some of the stocks in the screeners. And during the course, if there are any questions, we can take those questions as well. So we'll begin with TSX index as usual. And last week has been quite good. Most of the stocks, at least in my portfolio, I saw them, they have either recovered or in good profit. So on TSX, you can see that on the index as well. Especially the last session, it pushed up over 20K, and still, as per the upper Bollinger Band limit, it has a room to go further up. It can go up to 20.2728. The CCI and RSI are almost touching the overbought region but haven't crossed, so just on the edge, which gives a hint that at least few sessions in the start of the week we might see the stocks on TSX to move further up. And if we look at the weekly chart, also it shows it can go up to 20.3435. So with these, it at least on TSX, it gives hope that the coming week we might see some stock moves, we might see some further upward movement of major stocks on TSX. Vivek sir, would you like to add anything?
No, so far so good. But the only thing is that because it is at its lifetime high, one should be very careful while trading over here. So 20,285, 20,300. Try and book your profits as soon as possible. At least try and be very nimble and light on your positions. Stock specific trades only.
Yeah, extremely good, important and relevant suggestion. So if you are in profit, it would be good time to take cash on those profits are when index is around those levels which we have said. Okay, moving on to NDX. NDX index, as we had discussed last week, it has moved further up. On daily chart, it is showing CCI is in overbought region. However, RSI has not touched 70. And if we look at the weekly chart, it shows that there's still room for it to reach all-time high. So we can see some upward movement in the coming week as well. Currently, it's very close to 14K. Again, 14.2 or 3 could be the range from where it can start getting resistance. Although on weekly chart, uh, again, CCI is almost touching the overbought region like TSX, whereas RSI is still under. So we can expect the stocks to go further up, which means both on Canadian and US markets, we can expect next week also to be at least up initial few days to go further up until it reaches these ranges. Um, Specifically, it may get resistance slightly lower than what the upper Bollinger Band is showing. So need not wait until it reaches 14.3K to uh, cash on profits. If it is around 14.25, um, that's also could be the time where you can closely keep watch on the stocks that are in your portfolio and see if profit booking has started, and you can also exit. If think let's take QQQ is almost the similar pattern. It's same as NDX. The green candle shows there has been upward pull. Although the volume is less, because it's almost reaching in overbought region on the daily chart. However, the weekly charts shows strength. So holding positions for exiting near the resistance could be a good strategy for the coming week. And let's quickly see Bitcoin as well. So Bitcoin, it dropped to 31K last week and then got pulled up. It was up over 10%, and again in last three sessions it has started taking downtrend, which is in line with its weekly analysis, which we had done before. Uh, 28K is still possible, uh, either about a week or so, since the downward trend is again noticed after it was around 37.5K, around 38.5, and then it has started taking the downtrend. And I'll cover Matic, which I think Abhijit has requested. So for cryptos, I'll just finish by discussing Matic here. Was on downtrend from the last week of, in fact, the third week of May, uh, and this downtrend has been because of most of the cryptos following downtrend, basically following BTC trend. Uh, Although it is comparatively showing less sell-off if we look at other cryptos, um, and it has not reached the lower Bollinger price of 1.1. So you could still wait for entry if you are looking to enter. It has a support at around 1.0506, so that's a strong support, and that could be a good entry point if you are looking to enter Matic. Okay, so Vivek has suggested to look 200 EMA and 50 EMA for BTC. Yeah, we can check. Just quickly finish off with the weekly chart of Matic. Yeah, as I was saying, there is a resistance at this price. Uh, Actually, there's a 28 EMA at around, sorry, 14 EMA at around 0.95, which could also be a good entry. If the volume sell-off is high, and it crosses 1.05, the next buy price would be around 0.99697. Any questions on Matic before?
Well, it can go even lower if the sell-off happens on the Bitcoin. So the
Y-
red line, I don't know what is that. So that could also be one of the good entry point
you mean this yellow
in the
line?
new trade. Yes,
Possibly,
yes,
possibly
yellow or red.
0.60 also.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this is the
On the
20.
contrary,
because
it
if
could
you
go even below, come down to almost to about zero point 0.5, 0.45.
yes, even that is possible
Yes,
because
that is 0.35.
yeah, the reason is if you check the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA on the BTC,
Hmm.
they are very close to each other, about to cross, and if they cross, there would be a sell-off because that is the marking of a bear market.
Do it on this same chart also.
Yeah, I can. I'll add the
Try and
EMA.
add 200 and 150.
Sir,
200,
that would be hard on this chart, I believe.
Yeah, I can add. Let me see.
But these would indicate that it is still in the bullish range. But if we go to BTC, we can identify that.
Yeah, I have opened BTC. Okay, and
Yeah,
let's see.
and daily time interval.
Yes.
add 100 and 150 also.
Okay.
Yeah, 100 has already crossed. That no, 100 is not yet crossed. 50 is about to cross.
So I already had 714. Now I added 200. Let me just change the,
714 of a short term.
yeah, I'll just change the color. So
250.
yeah,
Yeah, just keep 250 for now. So it would be clear to view.
okay. So I'll change this to 50. I'll make it little bold so it's easily visible. And I'll also add 100. And let me remove some. 28 I'll remove from here. So 200 EMA is up at around 40.6k, and
Yeah.
100 EMA is at
It is below 200 EM.
yeah, it has already gone below
Mm.
200 EMA.
It was already below even 100 EMA.
Right.
No, check the 50 EMA and 200 EMA. I
50
think
EMA
the
is 43.
yeah, and the 200 EMA is 41. So they if they cross like the 50 crosses the 200, that will indicate a huge sell-off.
Yes.
So currently 50 is at 42.8 and
Yeah,
200 is at 40.6.
yeah. So they are very close.
Yeah, so next week, if the downtrend continues, the 50 EMA can sometime
Happen that
cross next.
it may touch it and then from there it may bounce up again.
Yeah, yeah,
So the chances that bouncing it off would be
yeah.
The chance of bouncing it out is higher at 33 200.
yeah, could be. Yes.
At 33 200,
Mhm.
it will bounce back
So actually, once it already bounced back at this 33k. So what I was,
twice. It bounced back twice.
yeah, twice. The first time here and then second time here. So what I was looking at the weekly chart, if it touches this 28k and the sell-off volume is high, the next range which I was looking is the around 24 500 is what I was also looking, and which is closer to the 100 EMA on weekly chart.
No, if that cracks down, then you can be sure to come to about 18,000. Yes, it will come to this 18,000, 19,000 figure. Very sure it will come over here. 18,000 lower, come lower down, lower. That's it.
And
Lower,
it will
lower down
remain in this bear market for a long time now,
for a long
if
time.
that happens.
18,000, it will easily touch. If it cracks your 20,000 or at 24, 18,000 is a sure shot entry to buy.
Yeah. So at the current price, the
At the
cryptos
current
are,
price, first support at 33,200. If 33,200 cracks, your next support would be around 20, 27, 28.
yeah.
Yes, at 20, 28. And if that breaks straight 18,400, nothing in between can stop it. But knowing the holdings of Bitcoin and the people involved, I don't think they would like to see their money depreciating by about 50%. So that is the reason why 33,200 could be a reason to bounce back.
So it had already bounced back from this level around, um, first time was 30 and the second time was 31K.
Hmm.
But if you see, the volume has, after this sell off, the volume has been consistent.
But consistent, higher than the average volume.
Yeah,
It is consistent but higher than the average volume.
right. So still a bearish trend, at least for a week or so. It's better either to sit on cash, or someone is doing short selling.
If someone is holding Bitcoin, rather liquidate and come into cash position
Yeah,
and liquidate at a high of about 35,500. Liquidate at that position and then come out and sit in cash for some time.
true.
35,500, 35,600 is when you should be liquidating this position and re-entry only at above 37.
I was thinking re-entry around 28 or even lesser.
No, I said re-entry in case if it bounces back.
Okay.
My statement is clear. Sell at 30 at 37,500.
Mm-hmm.
Sit in cash, and in case if this Bitcoin reverses and starts climbing, re-enter at 38 or 39. So
Okay.
that is when you're secured.
Hmm. Got it.
Not re-entry after it crashes. Because once it crashes, I will wait for the signals to give me a buy signal. Till then, I will not buy it. Technically, this is what is showing it to me.
Right. So I think it's safe to not take any new entry at this price levels. As, as Vivek sir said, if it goes above this 37,800, or if it drops down and starts getting pulled back up. So I am on cash. I am only if I'm definite about trend, that's when I'm doing trade with BTC, since I'm
Very true.
taking leverage trades. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to our stock requests, and the first one is from Abhijit, and his first two are EV stocks, LI and XPV. And thanks to Vivek sir, he has already put the analysis. His question was also
I hope
about,
it's correct.
yes sir, since Nasdaq is approaching all-time high, is it worth buying any stock now or wait for slight correction? So if Abhijit, it's your general question about all the stocks, then for new entry, it would be better to wait for the indexes to reach all-time high and take correction for new entry. For the current holdings, it would be a good time to watch closely next week and exit at the resistance prices or your target prices. Vivek sir, would you like to add anything?
No, I mean, I don't know whether Abhijit is holding his stocks or not. If he's holding it, then of course his target prices are there for him.
Right.
37 is a very strong resistance which has always crossed it, come back on 2 or 3 occasions. That is why I've written there it's a strong resistance.
Right.
So it will require a lot of momentum to cross 37.
Mhm.
And for fresh entry, I will not like to buy it just now.
That's right. You have also specifically mentioned here. Let me just scroll a little bit. Yeah. So for LI,
Yeah. You see, 33, on 3 occasions, it has reversed from there.
right,
Yeah. 3, 4 occasions.
one, two, three.
4 consecutive weeks is reversed.
That's why this first target of 33 looks to be a very good price where you can exit major portion and keep some
Yes.
for 37 if it continues further.
Yes.
Yeah, took support from 5 EMA and formed a green candle. So it can go up to 33 next week. Right. So
Either next week or the week thereafter.
yeah, right. And if it is next week, like as we saw for indexes, the pattern for LI also is in line with next week. We can expect
Very
it to
true.
move further up.
And technicals also showing on an uptick, not yet oversold, overbought.
Yeah,
So there is a chance of it going up to 33 within the next 5 to 7 days, 5 to 10 days.
absolutely. Thank you, Exer. So next we'll take XPEV, exact similar pattern, and yeah, I was expecting the similar target 46.9 to 49, 48. Exer has suggested 51, which is this okay. At least for 48.5 for sure, can hold for it to reach 48.5. Again, indicators are not in overbought region, so we can expect it to move further up. For the next target, 58, if it continues further, for next target could be around 60, 60, 63. But for exiting around end of next week or early week after, the target price around 48.5, 49.50 looks to be good to exit, because for unless there is uh, strong positive news and the volume is higher, the next level targets above 60, it may not hit this time. And also, as we saw from the indexes, we can expect it to go further up for about a week and then take small correction. And after the small correction, the next target could be possible above
The
60.
only silver lining in this chart is that the 5 EMA is going to cross the has is going to cross the 20 EMA from below.
Hmm.
So it may show in strength and chart. That is adding to this to its further impetus to go up. The 5 EMA is crossing the 20 EMA from below.
Hmm.
It's going to pull it up further, which was not there, I think, in the previous chart. In LI's chart, this was, I think, not there.
Hmm.
And this is weekly time frame.
Yeah,
So all the more better. Can you see if it's there in the LI chart also? I just observed this now,
sure. Yeah,
just for a second.
yeah, it's there.
Same thing.
Same.
Same thing, same thing, same thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Same thing. All right. ठीक है. Continue further.
yeah. So both of these are good to hold for the coming week and exit at least at the first target price in larger quantity and hold some for next target, or you could exit and buy again once it takes small correction. Yes. Next is SKLZ. Assessment. Okay, his question is for XPEV and SKLZ. His question is about entry, even for LI, but as we mentioned in general, it would be better to wait for the small correction to happen. For SKLZ, it touched 48, 24.88 and has taken small correction, got pulled back to its 5 EMA price, but is still close to overbought region. And since the 100 EMA, 200 EMA, and 50 EMA all are coming very close to each other, around 18.55 to 20, it can take a small correction and a possible re-entry around $19 for before it moves further up. If we see on the weekly chart, the 5 EMA is at $19 and 50 EMA is at 17.5. So VX, do you think a buy around 18, 19 for it to hold it for the higher targets could be a good strategy
1850.
for?
1850. The 20 EMA, everything is coming at 1850. So buy it on 1850.
Okay,
And that is also the mid Bollinger Band. On the
right.
daily chart, mid Bollinger Band is 1844. So you buy it 1850 and you see the low of the big green candle on the first week of June,
So it's 17.61.
1761. That's your stop loss. 1750 is the stop loss. 1850, 1750. Let's see what have I mentioned. I did not see it that way.
Okay, so I'll just, shall I? You have mentioned
Ah,
16.
please, 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 please. I've given you two buying prices.
Hmm. So we are seeing this 13 and 16.5. I think maybe from the weekly chart, 17 and 13. 15 here. Shall we mention as per our analysis now of the EMAs?
Yeah, please change it. Please change it. मैं कहता हूँ ना change कर.
Yeah, sure. So this will be 18.5 and stop loss is 17.5.
Then remove the buy price 1.
I'll mention it as 15, or I think you mentioned from based on the lower Bollinger Band. So 13 if it takes a
Okay.
small correction. So maybe if it takes a large correction. So 13 I'll retain, and yeah, target price, I agree with your target prices. An entry around 18.5 could double if it takes the uptrend for if the position
Exiting
is
at
for
28.
few months. Sorry?
Exiting at 28, 29, 30.
Yeah, this one or second target, this 36, 35.5. So entry around, I was saying entry around 18.5 and exit at TP2 will be almost 90 to 95%, 95% around return.
Yes.
So 18.5 could be a good entry for SKLZ. Okay, Matic we have already covered. Then we'll take PLTR. PLTR again almost similar EMA formation. 100 EMA, 200 EMA is at lower Bollinger Band. So this is not exactly what we saw with SKLZ. But since the mid Bollinger Band and lower Bollinger Band have turned up and the upper is almost flat, we can expect it to move slightly further up. And entry for this till 19.5 would be one of the entry price. You have suggested 18. See on weekly chart. Yeah, 18 is the 50 EMA on the weekly chart. So that's a very good buy price. I was looking if there could be an entry at this 100 EMA meeting with 20 EMA at around 22.5. Would it be such um, an entry with small position? Could this be a good thing?
It could be done at 22.70. 22.50, 22.70 can be done.
Yeah. Maybe we can watch when it is at this price and see if it gets pulled up from the mid
Yeah.
Bollinger Band. If it reverses from around 22.5, 22.7,
Hmm.
then
That's the reason why I've given the target, the first entry at 21.40, 22.
right. Yeah, makes sense. I think um, that's what even I am thinking.
Yeah.
So this could be a good entry price. I'll just switch these two prices.
I leave that to you.
Yeah, So we can mention if, yeah, stop loss of 17 is good for this in case if it takes a major correction. And
Just a small suggestion. If you go back to your sheet,
mhm,
in the sheet I've given you targets. So when you look at your targets, you can actually adjust your buy price depending upon your targets also,
right,
deciding upon what is your risk reward ratio. Right. So if you're working on that, you can also decide your risk reward ratio and enter early or buy early depending upon what is your risk appetite.
yeah, that
Like for PLTR, we know it's 2467 is going down, but as you keep coming down, you will realize the stocks will keep changing also.
correct. So that's a very important thing that you suggested to Excel. So if we,
This meeting is being recorded.
yeah, so thanks Vivek sir, that was really a very important thing that based on the buy price we can keep the same reward to risk ratio and adjust the target price if the price is going down, uh, we, even the target price we can reduce. If-
Now you don't adjust your target price, you adjust your risk reward ratio.
mhm,
You decide your target and then you take what risk you want to take on that. Like in this case, the first entry which I'm giving you as a 22.
mhm. So the,
Kamal, can you go back to the sheet?
yeah, okay.
The first, when we are asking you to go back
Hmm.
in PLTR, we are asking you to enter in at 22. And the target I'm giving you is 2560 or 26. So I'm giving you a target of $4, right? But then that doesn't mean that I'm asking you to keep a stop loss of 17. Then the 17 stop loss is a stop loss of $5. So it is not 1:1. Then I would keep a shorter target. But that is the risk which you will take in. You can keep it 26 and go up to 1:1 risk reward. Or you can go up to 32 with the same stop loss of 17, entry at 22. So you know your reward, you control your risk accordingly.
Right. And for a entry at 21.4, uh, even the stop loss can be closer to the
Of
buy
course,
price. So
then
since
21.4 is then you're dropping it down. Then your stop loss can be around 20.
right. So you had
Even
mentioned
at 22, your stop loss can be at 20.
absolutely
The lower of the green candle.
this.
Yes, around here. This candle, which is 1995. So you keep it at 1975. So 22 and 1975 is about $2.25. That is your risk. And your target is at 26. So 1:2.
It's still good reward to risk ratio.
Yeah, 1:2. So for every dollar that you're risking, you're going to get $2 as rewards.
Right. Yeah. So entry around these price buy prices it, and if it continues further up, it has good reward.
Yes,
Yeah. Only thing is since last 5 weeks it has formed green candle, consecutive green candles, and
yes,
currently at the mid Bollinger Band on the weekly chart. So after it crosses mid Bollinger Band, maybe it can face some resistance
It will
at,
shoot up. Yeah.
yeah,
You may not get your entry at 18 immediately, but you may possibly get an entry at 22.
right,
You will definitely not get an entry at 18 immediately.
agree.
But at 22, you will definitely get the entry. 22 or 23, you will get an entry, and you take that as a chance to climb up because he's giving you all the 5 weeks higher highs and higher lows. There are higher highs and higher lows. So that is showing you strength coming in. 25, 23 this week. Previous week high was
20,
24.84, and the week before that 24.75. So higher highs, higher lows. It's showing you an indication of a strength in the stock on a weekly chart, which is a bigger time frame. Which is why I say you may get a chance to enter in at 22 in the first 2 days of the week. That also, if you are lucky, which is not happening in the last 1 week at all. Almost it happened in the previous week, not this week also. So then, if you really want to have an aggressive entry, take an entry at about 23 or 23.25. 23.25.
right. So I'll just slightly modify this. Shall I mention this as
Yeah,
23.5?
20. Yeah,
No,
please
20,
do that.
23?
23 or 23.25 is also fine. Or 23.5. It's an aggressive entry.
Mhm.
It's an aggressive entry. That's it. Baki all targets would check them out.
Yeah. So first target you have mentioned, yeah, this is around 27.5, 28. Looks good. 27.5 you have mentioned, 27.5, 28, and then 33, 33.4, and 37. I think looks good. So again, this is also um, aggressive entry is possible.
Yeah.
Okay, then MFC.
Just skip this. I will discuss my stocks last.
Okay, so we'll take,
Now, just a disclaimer. In the stocks that I've given you, I have already entered MFC and T-God.
yeah, and I'm
I,
also
I
holding.
entered them on Thursday. I entered them on Thursday.
Mhm.
NFC and T-God both. And the others I plan to enter next week. The next four I'll be entering next week.
Okay, we'll analyze this.
That's why I said we'll do this last. And pass and RPF is what I'm bidding for most.
Have this come up in your screeners?
I use a different type of skinner list, and that's why these five have come up last.
Okay, okay.
Four have come. Actually, four have come,
Mm-hmm.
which is I'm taking for TSX, and the Nasdaq also. I'm switching to a friend of mine sitting in States.
Okay, okay.
So all of them have come up on my screeners.
Yeah, so we'll analyze these and also
Yeah,
some of them, those which have come in the screeners that I had said. Possibly there could be some
I think
few.
Jewel is what I've seen.
Yeah, So we'll go through these after we are done with the stock
Yeah,
request. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we will take FLT drone FLT. So it's currently at 1.22. It touched its 200 EMA and was indecisive, formed an indecisive candle. The band has narrowed, although the indicators are still downward. We look at the low on 14th of May, it was 1.16, 1.13, and 1. On the weekly chart, it has a 50 EMA at around 1.15 and 1, 2, around 4 times, 4 to 5 times it has formed that as a it has touched that price. So that looks to be a good support. So if you're looking to
Sorry,
increase,
Kamal.
yeah,
This is Nasdaq. F,
F, oh,
F,
okay, FLT on Nasdaq. Oh, okay. I
right.
thought we usually discuss the one on TSXV, so I overlooked your request on Nasdaq. Anyways, what I was saying is a buy price around the 50 EMA of 1.15, 1.16 could be good if someone is looking to enter, and the next buy price would be under $1, around 0.80, but possibly it could get a support at this price. Vexer, what's your opinion on this?
My opinion, I've already given you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
FLT, I've already given you.
And so I was looking at FLT on TSXV. He has requested on
Sorry,
Nasdaq.
sorry, 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 sorry. Come again.
Yeah.
Come again.
So what I was saying is that it had touched the 50 EMA
Yeah,
price. So
1.15.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was saying it could again get,
No, strong support buy at 1.15 or 1 point, yeah, this thing.
yeah,
Strong support there for an upper target of 1.47 or 1.5. And then next is 1.780. 88 or even, yeah.
85. Yeah.
So 1.15 buy would be a good entry price if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah. That
But
looks
I'm
to be
just waiting for the technical indicators to turn up, which is highly possible now.
mm, almost the indicators are almost flattening. So
Flattening.
we we can
And
see
plus
reversal.
1.15 is a very, very strong support.
Yeah. So possibly sometime next week or week after could be a good entry in this if the indicators reverse on the weekly chart.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'll just add it at the end to keep it in watch. Or once indicators reverse up. Okay, so we'll take FLT on Nasdaq, which VXR has also analyzed earlier. Fleet Core Techno. So I think these two are two different companies, though the ticker is same.
Hmm.
So has been on downtrend, all red candles all the way. The volume has almost dried up, but seems to be getting some support at the 200 EMA price, 269. Got one, two, got pulled up here. Any news around this stock? So a buy around 266, 269. If we look at again the 50 EMA on weekly chart is also around 268. Only worry to me is the red candle that it has formed both on daily chart and weekly chart. The indicators are also downward. So maybe we should watch for the indicators to reverse up. And like it got pulled up on 20 on the week of 21st, whether it gains support again at the 50 EMA and then reverses up. 264, and 264 is was the low price around 9th of May. Okay. So I'm thinking if it breaks this 50 EMA, then it can go down up to 260, the 100 EMA price.
Yeah, but that is a weekly chart.
Yes. So on the daily chart, I am thinking it might again get support around this 200 EMA price of 260, around 269. So an entry between 266 to 269 as per the daily chart. But
Yes.
if it breaks further, then the next entry would be around 260.
Because the weekly chart very clearly says that it will touch, no, 260, 270.
Yeah, 260. It looks to have good support around 260.
Yeah.
So, so shall I suggest 260 and then
I don't
260?
think it will come that low. You won't get a chance to enter in. That's my only point.
Yeah, that's why I was little higher on based on the,
Then you change your buy price, first buy price to 260 only.
okay, this one.
Yeah, the first buy price at 260. Change it to just to 260.
Stop loss at 250. Let me make it 264. To, you had suggested that 264 and stop loss at 250. Target price as
281.
281. That's right. Um, yeah. This fleet core is into which industry? Look, some or the other way they are related to some payments. Preferred payment solution. Global payments. Okay. Anyways, so I think the upper target of around 300 you have mentioned, right? 295. Yeah, I was also looking at the similar price. So only thing is I'm looking at the buy price and the dollar return. Buy around, let's say around 260. So a $30 profit on a $260 stock. So 12 to 15% return. Yeah, that's that's good. Yeah. So I think for this, Fasata, you can watch, or have you already entered, or you're looking to enter?
No, I'm looking to enter.
Okay. Yeah. Ad Thanks to Aditya. Aditya has shared that it's provides fuel cards and workforce payment products and services.
Yeah, it's a payment. Yeah, payment technology. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. I can apply for job there.
You can buy the company.
Then you can provide us insider information when to buy stocks, Kamal. Then
Yeah. I- I-
Well, you
I-
have to come up with a one liners.
Let's see. Nice, interesting suggestions. Yeah. So we'll move on.
Anybody trading on Indian markets?
Couple of my friends are.
Then ask them to stay away from Adani. We just got a lot of messages on Adani. Anyway, come back to our markets. Forget Indian markets.
RTX. This is again requested from Fasahat and it dropped 10%. It's under lower Bollinger Band, sudden drop.
I did not see this. I did not see this.
Pharmaceuticals. Okay.
How come I did not see this?
I think you have analyzed already.
I've analyzed, but I did not see the 10% drop.
Okay.
No wonder my price is lower. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it is.
I don't remember seeing the 10% drop, but yes, I've given a much lower buy price.
Yeah, so
And it's a gap down.
yeah, it has broken this 200 EMA limit of 165. So I think that's why you have taken the support,
Yeah,
the next lower support.
yeah, I saw it on the weekly chart and then I took it out here.
Yeah, yeah. So the price which Vivek sir has mentioned is based on the
Wait,
lower limits. Yeah,
yeah.
previously when it was at this price range.
Because in one movement, he has taken out all the supports that were there earlier.
Right. And it seems even previously it has given a large big red candle. So further drop looks quite possible for this. It's better to wait for it.
Better to stay away.
Yeah,
That is why the targets are low. The
yeah,
entry price is much lower.
yeah. Okay, so next
Let's go
is
back to the chart again. Let's go back to the chart again.
Mhm.
Something just struck to me that can you show me what is the when did this happen? That previous big candle. What date did it happen?
It
Happened in
was
October, I think.
October, yeah, October 16th.
Can you show me the day chart for that? Can you show me the day chart around that time? around October 16th. It will give you a dead cat bounce around that time.
Yeah, it gave a bit for few days, took a rally.
No, not few days, only 2 days. Only 2 days.
Yeah, true.
And that also did not bounce back. It did not bounce completely. Nah. So then now you realize this. Normally after a 10% drop, it bounces back.
But then further continues down.
And but this one did not bounce back. It just continued rallying and in the same range.
Yeah.
So this could be a troublesome entry. Then I stand by my statement of 160, entry around 163.
Yeah.
Fasad, I would not suggest you to even think about this stock just now,
Right, sir.
because it's pretty far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. It- I thought since it had a major drop and fundamentals are good, so I thought it could be an opportunity.
No, but two consecutive drops in a matter of 6 months or is really bad. 6 to 8 months is bad. Two
Yeah.
consecutive of 10% each.
This
Right,
one
right.
this one was
Yeah,
almost 20%, 19 point.
20% drop.
Yeah, the last one was very steep. Yes.
Yeah.
And you look at it in between again in the month of February, it gives you 2 weeks of consecutive big drops.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that? Yeah, this one is another. How much is this drop?
This one is 6%. Prior to that was
And the
almost
previous
4%. So together almost 10%.
the two consecutive weeks gives you 4 to 6 weeks drops, and that is just a few months earlier, about 3 to 4 months earlier.
That's right. Yeah.
Even if it's a good company, pharma company, but too many drops and steep drops.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks. You saved me.
Yeah, otherwise you
Don't
will.
worry, don't worry. We will corner you on some other stock. Yeah? You will invest in some other stock.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your stock analysis.
So in that case, you have my two stocks which I've given you on Nasdaq.
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's we will finish off the others and then come to my analysis.
Yeah. Yeah. So next take love for Nick. Love's love is stuck. So I think he has taken entry around 58, and since then it has been dropping. It could get support at
Currently almost at the
fi-
price. Yeah.
yeah, at EMA 100 it may get support and then move up. Only thing is if we look at the weekly chart, it has crossed the mid Bollinger Band and formed a red candle, which is bit alarming. And the indicators are down. The volume is has almost dried out. The sell volume has dried out, which could still be better. But in terms of the EMAs as well, if we see the EMAs on weekly chart are closer to 48.5 or 48.551. So looking at the weekly chart, I
Hmm.
was thinking that the probability of it to go down further looks to be higher. Only thing is, if it gets support at this 100 EMA price on daily chart and reverses up, you might get chance to exit at around break even or few dollar profit.
And you should take that opportunity if it comes in.
Yeah, because the 5 EMA 5 is at 58 and mid Bollinger Band is at 60. So even if it touches, he would be at break even.
You should try and exit this position at bare minimum profits also if it's possible.
Right.
This will give you a correction down. You look at the 5 EMA curving down. You look at the upper Bollinger Band curving down. And the 5 EMA is just about to cross the 20 EMA from top to down. That will bring in weakness further. And then your 50 EMA is not very far, 5170. So if you get a chance, get out at the earliest. You may see a green tick on Monday, Tuesday.
Nick, do you have any question?
Hello,
Welcome.
sir. Good morning.
Yeah.
No, basically, you guys have explained to me. I was actually watching on YouTube and then I've just come to Zoom. So yeah, I'll just wait for, if I can get a little bit better price, and I'll just get out as soon as possible, I guess. But do you guys also keep I'm sure you keep in consideration that this is an airline and, I don't know what it might do in the short term, but in the long term, I don't know what are the chances of, selling more tickets as things are opening up. But
that could be a means momentary 1 or 2 day spike if a news comes like all the airlines from India and other countries which are currently restricted, they are being opened. I'm not sure the operations of Southwest Airlines. It operates between which countries. But if there are such news, we can see spike for 1 or 2 days. But looking at the weekly trend, in the long, if we see couple of weeks to about a month, we can expect it to go down further from the. That's what we can see from the indicators on the weekly chart.
Nick, what's your entry price for this stock?
Sir, you will not like me if I told you.
No. There's nothing about not liking you. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
If I start talking about my mistakes, you'll feel very elated.
I'll make too many. I bought it at 61.40. But we can say 61 because I got kicked out of the stock at stop loss a couple times, and I got it back.
So you got it at 61.40.
So say 61.
Yeah, all right. So my suggestion to you would be, if you're getting a chance ever during next week to get out of it at 62 or 61.40 or even 61.70, liquidate a position for something.
I'd be happy to get out at 60 and then wait for a better opportunity much later.
Yeah, because the markets will give you a lot of opportunity to come back.
Right.
So if you're getting a chance to liquidate and come out, keep a system thing and just keep it. Wait for some good luck to happen.
Yeah, the only thing is, I set up a stop loss and then it gets hit and then I'm out again and I'm back in again. So Kamal bhai,
so you don't put a stop loss now. Don't put a stop loss now.
Oh, okay.
Or if you really must put a stop loss,
I can
it should be at around
like
56.50.
Yeah, that is what I think.
56.40 or 56.50.
I think even now it's 56, right? Something 56 or
basically 50, just under 57.
Yeah.
Because
that's doable.
Even if that gets hit, Don't feel bad because that's a very small stop loss, very small loss.
Sir, it's 500 shares.
I agree it is. But then if you
Yeah,
look at the
yeah.
weekly chart and if that stop loss is not taken, it could go all the way down to 48.
True.
So it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because if
So
you
I'll
look at
do
this
a.
weekly chart now, if this cracks, the first ever support it will get is at 52 or
That's very good.
51.70.
Yeah, way off.
So that is much better off.
Yeah.
56 is a much better off stop loss than
Yeah.
52.
Much, of course, yeah. So I'll set it up for 56.50. Yeah.
I mean, don't sell it off. Keep a stop loss and keep a sell order also at the same time. So if you
But they
see a
don't.
green spike sometime by any chance,
Yeah.
use that as an opportunity to get out of it.
Yeah. As you know, once I'm awake, then I don't normally let it hit the stop loss, and then I just keep a watch and even cancel the stop loss and work on that.
Yes, of course. You can
Yeah.
do that, yes.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Kamal bhai, is my sound okay? Because I'm using this headphone and I don't want it
You're
to.
slightly low. You're
Slightly low. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. We can move on if you like.
Welcome.
Yeah. We have couple more of yours, so we can discuss OKTA now. Stopped at 211 at 1K, cost now at 225. Okay. So have you entered again or you because you got
No, I couldn't. I
okay
couldn't because it just
reversed?
went up exactly a bit
Yeah.
fast. In 2-3 days, it just went $4, $3 every time.
Yeah.
And I had 100 shares, so I didn't want to spend more and get back.
So with this indicator on daily chart, since the
So I had just mentioned to Yash in the other group, and he said maybe you can make better money somewhere else. You can invest it somewhere else. So I took that as well. But I wouldn't have minded if I could have recovered this $1,000. But now I'm out.
okay. Yeah. So now at the daily chart, because the 100 EMA, 200 EMA are all above this 20 EMA, and the last two green candle and the indicators are all indicating strength, and it can move further up to 239 to 40. So if uh, you are
May.
looking, sorry,
There were earnings there on 26th of May. There was earnings on this script on 26th of May. Daily chart.
It
yeah,
dropped big time.
there was a huge drop.
It was a gap down. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it will.
After the earnings announced, it dropped back and it almost reached the drop down level again. So
Yeah.
trying to claw back into your drop down, gap down.
So we can expect it to
It was
cover
a 12-point drop,
uh,
a $12 drop, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, low was 242 and then high is 230 almost, right? So almost $12.
12 to $15. Now that is almost exactly where it opened. It opened at 226, right? On the previous after the gap down.
On this
It
one,
opened
yeah,
at 226 after the gap down.
yeah.
227. Currently, where it is? Currently, where is it? 226. Currently, also at 226. So now it is trying to move in to fill the gap.
All right.
That is why I asked you why the earnings was it that bad that it gave you a $16 dip? That's an 8% dip.
So
8 or
earnings
7% dip.
earnings
Yeah, there
was
was some bad element, I guess. Yeah, I actually I actually just got it for the first time after the earnings at a low price, 222 ish.
222 was a good buy price, in fact.
Yeah, and then it kept going down.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then your stop
yeah,
loss got hit.
yeah, 211.
Okay, and since then it has reversed.
At 222, you put a stop loss at 211.
I Yes, I did. I think I put a stop loss much later, maybe a day or two after.
Yeah, and it seems the day it hit your stop loss
Hmm.
and
It moved back up.
it moved
That
up.
was the lowest. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So even either on see
वही हमें चोट पंचा के ऊपर जाना था.
yeah. Yeah. So someone saw your stop loss and killed it.
It was just 100 shares. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fine. So I think now we can expect it to move further up to cover this gap down.
Yeah. So that's why I said, na, bhool jaye, like I'm not gonna spend another $1,000 get back in.
This meeting is being recorded.
Yannick, you are saying something?
He's just coming in.
I think even on weekly chart it looks good to enter you if you would
Yeah.
like to re-enter.
Now, if you look at that 211 or 210 on a weekly chart also was a very strong support level.
Yeah, yeah, right. So
Just show the weekly chart again, then we'll just check it out. We'll explain to him. What is the low here?
206.
212. Yeah, 206.
Yeah,
206. And the lowest point over here is the green candle in March. This one after the red drop. After the red to your left.
oh,
To your
this one.
left.
Okay,
This one.
207.
207.
And this one was
207,
this
206.
this was
This was this
199.
was this was when it fell down.
Yeah, so this was 199. So maybe a stop loss at around 198 would not have
Either
hit.
or a stop loss at 200. Even a 200 stop loss would not have been bad.
Okay.
Because you look at these, the three candles after, three or four candles after them, all at 207, 206. This is 208.90, previous was 207,
Yeah.
206.50, 208, and 207. So 206.80 was the lowest. So 205 or 200 as a stop loss would have saved him completely.
Yeah. And
Which is why when you're placing a stop loss, always cross check on your weekly chart as to where is the strongest support happening on that price. So this should have, had he placed it at 200, at least a $4 profit.
yeah.
So $400 would have been into him.
Yeah, and then actually after hitting his stop loss, it reversed up. So,
Reverse because the stop loss was not at 211.
mhm.
Stop loss was at 206 or 205. It touched to a low of 210 to 950.
Yeah. So because his stop loss was at 211, it
Yeah, that is why it got taken off. It got
yeah,
took off on that day, and next day it rallied up.
yeah. But the current price looks good for taking it further up. So I'm thinking a buy around 221, 222 again for taking it for the higher targets could be a good.
Yeah, that could be possible. That could be possible. At 221, if you buy with a stop of 200, buy at 221 with a stop of 200, and then take it to a target of about 246. Oh, sorry, why 246? Huh. First
240.
target 246 and then 280.
This one, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was muted and I kept talking. That's it.
No, no.
No
So
worries.
Nick, basically what we were discussing is, if you heard us
Yeah. No, no.
properly,
I heard. Yeah. No, no. I heard you guys. I heard you,
yeah,
sir. वैसे मैं बोल रहा था वो जा नहीं रहा.
no, you can re-enter the stock if you want
Okay.
at about
I was
221. Keep a
222.
stop loss of 200 or
Mm-hmm.
of 200. That means you're keeping a $21 stop loss. So your
Right.
target will also be, your first target will be at 242 or
Okay.
246.
I was just saying that I
First
had 100.
target 246.
I was just
Yeah.
saying I had 100 shares. This time I'll just get like 30 shares or something.
So
यही
that's
better.
up to you. That I'll leave it to you. But
Yeah.
then very clearly
Yeah.
now your stop loss is because weekly support was at 206 or 207. So I'm going
Mm-hmm.
further down, another 3% down and keeping it at 200. So
Okay.
your stop loss is at 200, buy at 221, first target 246, next target
Mm-hmm.
280. 280 or
Mm-hmm.
282 or 285, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. We'll try that.
And this could be approximately about a span of about 2 weeks, 2 months,
2 months, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2 to 3 months.
Yesterday I was just on the BNN channel after hours, like at I think 4 o'clock or whatever. There was just these guys, these four analysts they call and they discuss things and they recommend certain option strategies and stuff like that. So one of them said,
Oh.
they said, "What's your idea?" He said, "Okta by bear put strategy," which means that he expects Okta to go down. So sometimes, I was just thinking that people like me, we don't really know some of these stocks that we invest right away, whatever, so much, and we invest, and then we don't know the inside story sometimes, right, or the industry itself, or yeah, ये कई बार होता है. Some stocks we understand, some stocks we just invest thinking that we'll make money, and then what it might do is not very clear.
My whole issue was only because the technical indicators are very much in favoring of an upside swing.
Sure.
Which is the reason why I recommend you here. And after seeing the weekly chart, the strong support is at 200.
Okay.
207, sorry, not 200, 207. So
yeah, no, I'll
secure
try and
yourself.
dip my toes a little bit this time again. Then I'll buy a little bit. Yeah.
Best is to buy and just test the waters once again and see if it works out.
Yeah.
Get your confidence back.
Yes.
And then we can move ahead. That is the ideal way to trade.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really appreciate your advice.
Most welcome. Most welcome. Kamal, come
Thank
back.
you. Yeah. Thank you, Vivek, sir.
Welcome, Kamal.
Yeah, I got call from my brother. That's why I was.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Thank you for you both were talking anyways, so I answered the call.
Yes.
Okay, so to buy some price to, or how to figure out which ones not to buy. Vivek sir, would you like to answer this? Yeah. You would have already touched.
Sure. Nick, keep one thing in mind. Every stock, when it's traded, if somebody is selling it, somebody is buying it. So somebody's sell price is somebody's buy price. Now, the right way of figuring out which ones not to buy is to watch them on the technical indicators. Kamal, if you can allow me to share my screen,
Sure,
I'll
sure,
share them
sure,
my screen
sure, Vivek sir.
just for a minute or so.
Sure. I'll just stop.
You're absolutely right, sir. Somebody's loss could be somebody else's opportunity at that time, and
That's
obviously
always the way
that's
it
what
is.
happened.
Yes,
Yeah.
always the way it is. Right?
Yeah.
So, one second, let me just start
Yes, sir.
sharing you my screen. Share my screen is right. Right now, can you see my screen?
It's loading up.
It's blank. It's totally blank just now. Let me just. All right. Now, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, let's take your script. This is currently I was just trying to watch what Kamal was playing on. Where is my
Jamieson.
cursor not going?
Jamie.
All right, fine. I'm giving you Jameson's Jewel Interactive, right? Yeah. Now I got 4 indicators on. I have MACD, RSI, CCI, and Williams R. Right?
Yes, sir.
I also have my EMA 50, EMA 100, EMA 150, EMA 200. I have a new indicator by name of Super Trend, which basically is going to help me to understand whether is my trend right or wrong. What should I be doing? Now you look at this trend currently. Falling market. Now Super Trend has given me a sell signal over here.
Okay.
Super Trend gave me a sell signal over here, which was at almost about at 37. Currently at 34. Now this was on what date? This was on 12th of May. It gave me a sell signal at 38, 37, currently at 34.
Yeah, 10% before.
So almost a 10% profit.
Yeah.
This is on this indicators over here, right? Now, how would I see whether I have to buy them or not? When I look at it at over here, now Kamal is already analyzing the stock. I think he'll do it at the end of the session. Look at what my indicators are talking about. At over here, my MACD is at what levels?
It's pointing down, right?
0.76. It's come below the zero line. It's in minus. My RSI is at 21.
Oh, oversold too much.
It's an oversold position, getting ready to go up. CCI at minus 178, oversold, wanting to move up. Williams are at minus 96. Now, Williams R will move from minus 100 to 0. CCI from minus 225 or 250 to plus to 225. RSI from
30 to
20
70
to
plus.
70, 80. Right? MACD is basically zero line currently below and is showing you red.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you really want to enter now?
Nothing is indicating you to do it, right?
I would be very careful to enter now. Indicators or 3 indicators indicating it is on the verge of bouncing back. 3 indicators saying it will bounce back. My RSI, CCI, and Williams are all telling me, get ready. We are going to turn around and take the stock up.
So at this point, are these indicators saying, okay, this is hands up, like,
yes,
we don't.
This is the time to now watch to buy. RSI, CCI, and Williams are this indicator, and this indicator are all saying, get ready. We are about to turn and go up.
I know you mentioned this before, but which one of these is actually a leading indicator as opposed to lagging indicator?
CCI and Williams are both leading indicators.
Mhm.
RSI is lagging, MACD is lagging.
Mhm.
The top two are lagging, the bottom two are forward indicators, leading indicators.
Okay. Okay.
Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Right now, why should I
So
not
are
buy it
we
at this point? I should.
are we also saying when, for example, on MACD, if the blue line is actually turning up, is that not an indicator actually that this is the time to buy?
It's an indicator, but it's a lagging indicator. It's an indicator, but it's a lagging indicator.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Now let me give you a proof that way. Let me prove it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You see this? You see this candle?
Mm-hmm.
This candle where I put
Mm-hmm.
my crossbar.
Yeah, I can see it.
The high is 39.17. RSI showing 73.58.
Mm-hmm.
CCI at plus 140. What is Williams are showing you? Minus 10. That means it's going to make a correction down.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at this indicator over here. Where is Williams are? Minus 76, CCI plus 15, and it moves up. This indicator moves up.
Right.
And the price is moved up after that.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, when do I decide whether I want to buy it or not?
Mm-hmm.
I will use this indicator. Now it is showing me a downtrend. I will immediately go back to the left and see in the previous history,
Mm-hmm.
did the price go below this in the near future or not?
Mm-hmm.
And the price was below this around here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now let me expand this and show it to you. So you will see a better picture. One second.
This part of the video, sir, I'm going to see 5 times at least later on too,
You
after the
watch it
session's
any
over.
number of times.
Yeah.
Right? Now you see this now. Now
Mm-hmm.
I bring my candle over here. I
Mm-hmm.
see the bouncing back from here. So what is the low here? The low here is 33.58. Good. Remember that. The low here is 33.83. Remember this. The low here is 33.39.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 33.65. So this is the low is 33.39.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I currently? 34.34. Now,
close.
can I not take a $1.50 stop loss and enter over here?
Why not?
Or I could put a buy. I will buy this at 33.75 with a stop of 33. 33 will be somewhere over here.
Mm-hmm. So in this case, you're going to put a very
So I'm
small
buying
stop
at
loss.
33.75 with a stop of 33. So what is my stop loss value?
4%, 3%.
$0.75.
Mm-hmm.
0.75, less than $1. Right, 3%.
Yes, sir.
But now what's my target? Now what's my target? Now my first target is somewhere around over here at 36.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what is my risk reward? For 0.75, my risk reward is 6.5 or 3.5.
Dollars, yeah.
So 1:5 or 1:6.
Wait a bit.
0.7, that is about 3.5 divided by 0.75.
Yeah, almost 5
About
times.
5 times. 1:5. So that is my first target. Second target will be over here. This level. Why? Because this is the level it is giving me a resistance. It's selling off. So at 37.38, I will now look at my second sell price. First sell price was at 36.50. Second selling at 38 or 38.20. And next selling at around 39.25. At 39.25, what happens? Or at this price, what happens? 39, what happens? I had got resistance over here, and I had got resistance over here.
So in this case, if you get it for 33, 50, 60, the amount that you determine, and let's say it travels back to $35 or 35.50, and then it comes back another $1 again, then you're not going to budge, right? You're just going to leave it alone.
No, what I can do is, if all depends what kind of a trader I am, I could be buying it at 33.75, getting out at 35 completely, again buying it then at the lower level, and taking it up because this is going to go up and down.
Sure, you'll keep an eye on chart too, right?
I'll keep tracking it. Once and I may not sell the whole lot at 35.
Right.
I may sell 25% of my profit.
Sure.
Then sell the balance 25 at about at 38.50 or 38.25, and balance I'll carry it forward. Now whatever I've sold off, if I get a dip, I will again buy it to average it up.
Sure.
Depending upon what the indicators are going to tell me here. Now, what happens is, because it is fallen below, it will have to go back to your 200-day EMA, which is at 36.50. Right?
Yes,
then it will have to go further up. And at the same time, my Bollinger Band will also help me to take it up. So I'm waiting for now a correction to happen to see whether do I buy it at 33.75 or do I wait further.
Right.
Well, 33.50 is a strong buy support for me. Come what may, I will buy it at 33.50.
Excellent. That's great. Great analysis, right? Like I said.
So that is how I will decide whether what to buy and what not to buy.
Great. Thank you so much. Really appreciate this one, actually. And honestly, I'm going to replay this a few times to understand it. Yeah. Thank you.
Do that. Glad to be of help to you.
And absolutely, it makes sense. Absolutely, it makes sense to analyze each stock separately, right? There's no overall comment that anyone can make on the market or the stocks, right? Makes sense.
Very true.
Thank you so much, Vivek sir. That was really helpful. And
welcome.
I think it's going to be helpful for everyone watching. So
Vivek was watching my scanner setting video.
Yeah, when you had shared first time.
Oh, that was ages ago.
Yeah, about few.
Yes, sir. That still makes a lot of difference when we try to pick up stocks.
That was ages ago. That was ages ago.
Yeah. That was at that time I was very new. I don't know anything about stocks.
Good. Glad you're enjoying it.
I didn't know anything. Nothing. I was like zero.
No, man. At least now you are. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Glad. Chalo.
Yes, sir. It helps a lot, sir. Yeah.
Most welcome. Always helpful.
Thank you, sir. So now we'll take Vivek's request, EVFM.
Come on, I'm taking a 2-minute break.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, you carry on.
Yeah. Okay, so EVFM, it gave a gap up. It had formed a green candle because volume is high, and it touched the 50 EMA, and some profit taking happened. But if you look at the weekly chart, it still has potential to go further up, and that's one of the reason why you would have seen high volume and entry happening even at this gap up rise. So Vivek, did you manage to enter before, or you were
Yeah,
looking?
man, I entered at 0.8. I'm at 1.25 now. So I'm just thinking like if let raise 1.6, then it's gonna exit. Or like do I have to keep it longer? Like these are like not so great stocks. So I just want to take the profit and say bye.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a fair strategy for this. If you entered at 0.80 and
Yeah.
if you would like to exit around 0.135 or a table profit, um, even now you would be around close to
It shows like
50%.
it can go up further,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. On weekly chart, if you see, the
Yeah.
indicators have just turned upward from being oversold position because of this green candle last week. It got pulled in and still has potential to go further up. So in next session, if you see another green candle or even a gap up opening and then forming a red candle, that shouldn't be a surprise. So you would get an opportunity to exit around 1.5 at,
Okay.
yeah. So, and the next target would be the next resistance is around $2.
Okay. Kamal, like I would like to share this info. Maybe it might be useful for other members. Like this month, biotech and oil stocks would run for some time. So these are like kind of healthcare stocks. They could be a good run for this month. Maybe you guys, if people know more, can keep an eye on it.
Thanks, Vivek, for sharing. Any specific reason for the healthcare stocks to be going up this month? I saw some of them already um,
Yeah.
giving
Yeah.
some spike.
Sense went up.
Yeah,
It's because
VNGO went up.
yeah, it's because of the so there is now kind of a transition, right? Like vaccines towards variants is coming up slowly. It's
Mhm.
like kind of it's let's put it this way, it's not a significant finding, it's like kind of that gossip that is making it move up. Am I right?
Okay, so the rumor is leading to
Yeah, rumor is
this.
pushing up things up.
Mhm.
So some of the bio stocks are like that. For example, these guys, I don't know why they are even moving up because this is kind of feminine products things. But I don't see major news, but like it pulled up significantly.
Mhm. I think someone bought in higher quantity,
Yeah.
51.5. Yeah, even
Vivek, are you
in
holding this stock?
Yes, sir. I bought it around 0.8.
0.8.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
yeah,
Good. 50% profit already. Lovely.
yeah. So he was asking should he hold further, and looking at the weekly chart, I was saying it has potential to go further up as well. So
At
one,
1.5,
yeah, 1.5 or 2, 1.5,
even 2.
yeah.
You realize one thing? The volume is 87 million on the last. So this is a weekly volume. All right.
This is
Can you
weekly,
take a daily chart?
yeah, but on daily also volume is high,
Take a daily chart.
yeah, 87
Right. Now
million.
the daily volume is at 87 million, whereas the average volume is 10 million. So he's about 8 or 9 times more volume. That means very strong purchasing. Very strong purchasing. Number one. Number two, the gap down on the 17th of May has been filled in completely. This gap down has been filled in completely. Right? So second positive. Third positive. The 5 EMA has crossed the 20 EMA and is now the price is touching the 50 EMA, climbing up. So even 1.8 or a higher target is easily possible. Because the next gap up, gap down, which it will filled up, is that
This
is
one.
over here exactly. This 237 and 2 and 180. This gap has to be filled in. So now he's going to move towards this gap filling with volume.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So Vivek, you are in for a good raking in good dollars.
Thank you, sir.
I hope you have bought in bulk.
Yes, sir. I bought some shares.
Bulk or some shares?
I mean, the thing is, what happened is I had some money in my shares, but my wife said like she can't give me more than 2,000. So I have now how to make that. I have to play with that much less money. So he
Good
said like,
enough. That is good enough. If you put that 2,000 here, also is good
Yeah,
enough.
it's almost about to double. If you bought at 0.80, even if you sell at 1.6, it's double.
yeah, now like kind of I can't be an investor at this point. I have to be a trader at this point. So I kind of
No.
No, for
In such
this,
a stock, you can be an investor for some time at least.
yeah,
sure, sir. Sure, sir.
it's a good entry.
Thank you.
Very good entry.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
you almost got near the bottom. The weekly lowest was
Weekly
0.7.
bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's something I learned from you, Kamal. You never give me the numbers that I expect. You give very low, so I try my luck for that. Because the similarity is like whenever I ask for entry point, you give me at least 40% lower than what I thought. So I applied similar strategy here.
glad to hear.
I
Good.
always wonder like how you get that entry points, because you said like you entered at that. For us, LTE was one such. Um,
Yes.
so I used to think that way. It's kind of curing myself.
Glad to hear it worked for you for this one.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Tahir, would you like welcome and would you like to add anything here?
Yeah, thank you, Kamal. I think it has been very well analyzed, and there are two gaps, one already filled and the other gap waiting for that. So I think one should hold till it fills the other gap. There may be a small sell-off, but over the long run, it's in upward direction and will continue the same. Yeah, holding it will be the better strategy here. 1.8 is like closer, I would say.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Tahir.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Okay, next is ENIC. Wake has entered at 2.9, looking very short term. Okay, ENIC. Okay, again, a good entry on this one as well. It's touching the mid Bollinger price, but it's still midway. The RSI is close to 41, CCI is 10.6, so it's also a good hold. And since the 100 EMA and 200 EMA are close to 3.55, you can expect it to reach around 3.5. Even on weekly chart, the mid Bollinger Band is at 3.65. So the target around 3.6 or higher would be my opinion. Vivek and Tahir, would you like to, Vivek sir and Tahir, would you like to add?
No, I think
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah, 3.5. Can you hover on 3.5? Yeah, a little below, little up. I want to touch
This,
this green candle a bit.
this,
Yeah,
this
green candle. Yeah, the bottom of this 3.5. Yeah, exactly. It's 3.5. And another hover at June. Green candles, two consecutive candles towards right,
this one.
right, more right.
Absolute right. Absolute right.
Yes, here, yeah,
Okay,
here.
okay,
This
okay.
one.
This one, these two candles will
No,
send
this
out.
one. This one. 3.0, 3.10.
Yeah, this can be a little bit resistance here, not a strong one. volume needs to be looked at, because the shape of the candle for the last consecutive sessions is like a pin bar candle, not a very encouraging shape, but still it's a positive one and moving to upward. Volumes are like on an average a little above the average, I would say the previous averages. And yeah, there might be a little sell off at this point, but the long view is like positive for this stock and will continue to move towards 3.5. But if you see a strong resistance at this 3.0 3.1, then you may consider, hold releasing some of the quantity. But if you wait, it will eventually go up. I would say 3.5 should be something. If you can hold, it will give you like around 3.5.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Next, CCNC and DFF and looking to try pump and dump looks like Reddit buzz. Can you talk about entry and exit? CCNC. So it seems the green candle was because of the Reddit community chatting about it. On the weekly chart, it has potential to go further up as well. And if we look from last Feb, it has dropped quite a lot.
Sorry.
Yeah, but for entry, the current price of 2.85, it would be a risky entry. You haven't taken
Can you
position on this one, right?
hold it?
No, I haven't taken position, but I'm like kind of searching all these communities like Seeking Alpha, Benzinga, Reddit, Facebook. They are talking about four stocks, and two of them are this, another is SNDL, another is AMC. So I just want to know, get you guys your feedback on this. Like, it's risky, I know that part, but I have not entered in any of these stocks. I just thinking of, for example, AMC had a big rally, right?
Yeah.
Just thinking if I can be part of the trend.
So if you would like to um, take a chance by taking position, you can take with a stop loss, close stop loss. So in case sta- it starts going down, if you won't be losing much.
Okay. I
Uh,
think like it already formed that green candle. Maybe it the chances of forming the second green mix, it looks, the indicators look more up, right? So the
yeah, on weekly chart, it has potential to go further up. It's about
okay.
taking an entry at a right price where you do have a stop loss set. So I think buy around 2.75 or 2.8 if you're entering with a stop loss of 2.5 or 2.55.
It will get hit immediately. It will get hit.
Based on what we
Your
have,
your buy price should be around 2.2. Your entry price should be around 2.65 or 2.6. Stop of 235.
Okay, sir.
2.65, 2.7, or and stop of 235 or 230.
Okay, sir.
yeah, I was saying based on
Because you
the,
see, I feel there's a box formation here. There's a box formation happening. Ideally, the entry should be when it crosses the box and climbs up. So you should be ideally buying it above
Mm-hmm.
290 for a target of about 340, 340, 350 or even higher. Because there is a box which is being formed. I think Tahir would be better to talk to you about this box.
Yeah, I was also thinking exactly on the same lines, Vivek.
The box
Thank
is
you
at
for
280,
pointing out. Yeah,
285 and 240. That is the box being formed.
yeah,
A
even
yeah,
45-cent box.
Even
If
I
you
was thinking this time it might
Mhm,
break the box. That's why if it takes a small dip
mhm.
before breaking the
But if takes
box,
a yeah,
means
Kamal, you're right. But if it goes down, then we can't say that this is forming a rally. Then the Vivek Krishna suggestion is correct.
yeah, that's why I was suggesting buy around 2.8, which is
So our idea is, this green carrot has formed, so much of the gain has already been done. So if it
Mhm.
continues that, so then you can, become a part of it and enjoy the benefit. But if it doesn't continue, then you don't want to be, right? So if
Yes,
it
sir.
takes a dip, so it means it's not going to move forward. So then forget about it. But if it
Mhm.
continues, as we rightly mentioned, if cost is 2.9, so it seems that there is something going in it, and then you want to be a early part of it. So it costs about 2.9 and stays there, then you can consider entering small quantity and then gradually increase if you wish to. But it will be a little bit risky one. Uh, so if you see this 2.9, there is like a lot of upside rejection multiple times at this
yeah,
level 2.9 to 3. So if it crosses these levels, these rejection levels, so then it will open up. Another good thing is the formation of this candle is strong. So a good green candle, a big green candle has been formed, which is a bullish sign. So if this bullish sign, if it this bullish bull run continues, so you will be in a good shape. Only thing is like this, at this point 2.9, there is a multiple resistance. Multiple times the stock has been rejected from this. So if it manages to cross this level, it's good to buy. But if it falls down below this level, then you have to be careful.
This meeting is being recorded.
Yes, yes. So we were talking about this 2.9 resistance. So my idea here is if it crosses 2.9, crosses the resistance, then enter, and crosses and stays, shouldn't be a false one. So and stays there, so enter it. The other one is like if it goes below what Kamal was talking about, like there are two ways of trading. Number one, you should be number first way is like there are a few type of investors who like very successfully trade between the resistance levels and the support level. That's what the Kamal was talking about. So this is at the resistance level. It goes little below, catch it till it hits its support. I mean, catch from its supports level almost, and then when it will bounces back again, you're gonna sell it at the resistance level. So you're playing actually between support levels and the resistance levels. This is one of the trading strategy. Another type of investor, what they do, they wait for the breakout. And once there is a breakout, you enter from there and then continue it from there. So there are two things in here. So myself and we are talking about this breakout thing. And on the other hand, Kamal is more inclined towards the trading between the support and the resistance levels. So it depends upon you which strategy you would like to choose. Here, my inclination is towards breakout level. So if breakout occurs, it will be good to buy. The other type of strategy also you can practice at some other point of time or on some other stocks that also works. That's what I have to say on it.
Vivek, the idea is that because the 290 has been rejected on 3 or 4 occasions,
Yes, sir.
you wait for it to cross 3.
Yes, sir. I will
290 has
read.
been rejected. So you wait for it to cross 3, enter at 3, and
Yeah.
get out at 4. If
Okay,
you
sir.
enter at 3 and get out at 4, what is the profit margin you're expecting? 33%,
30%. Yeah.
right?
Yes, sir.
The advantage is that you have got a confirmation from the market before moving out.
Yes, sir.
Right now, if you go back to the daily chart, you will realize why did I say why am I saying buy at 260? Because the previous week the low was 260, and the last week the low was 264.
64.
So even if I buy at 265, I'm keeping a stop loss at 230. So I'm keeping only a 35-cent stop loss.
Okay, sir.
But now I'm expecting the breakout to happen. So that is why like playing with Kamal, I am preempting a breakout. So I'm buying it at 265 or 260 or this thing, stop of 235 and waiting for a target of 4 with the clear intention that it will break out. But if it does not break out, I should be ready to safeguard my capital.
Capital.
So which is why the low was 235. My stop loss is at 230 because there is a high possibility 235 will get hit. So I keep 5 cents lower.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So I don't want to
Thank-
lose money out.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Thank you. Yeah.
Otherwise, within the box trading, ideal
Yeah.
price to buy would be at 240. 240 to 286. You buy at 240, sell at 285.
Okay, sir.
That is the box. The breakout
Gotcha.
from the box is happening at about 290. So I'm buying at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for a conclusive breakout at 290, buying at 3. No problems. I'm buying expensive, but I'm buying on the breakout. And when buying on a breakout, I am working on a lesser profit margin, but that profit margin is still handsome in terms of giving me a 33% return.
Okay, sir.
$1,
Yeah.
$1 on a $3 stock is 33% return,
Return. Yeah.
which 4 will be very comfortably be achieved.
Perfect.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And since it's been talked about on Reddit, especially we have seen those kind of stocks usually give a spike. So in line with what Tahir and VXers mentioned, that if you see it crossing 2.93, you could still enter.
Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tahir. Thank you,
Welcome.
Vivek, sir. Come on.
Yeah,
Welcome.
yeah. So the next one you have shared is DFN, Diffusion Pharma.
Mhm.
So for this one, I think the profit taking has already happened a
Saw
bit.
this
Yeah.
happen. Yeah.
Um, but the volume was low. So
Yep.
still there is bit of uncertainty and some buying happening as well. That's why the last three candles are have formed this kind of pattern. Again, on weekly chart, it has potential to go up, but on daily chart, since it is in overbought region, that's
Yep.
why there is some selling happening. So for this one, I think it would be better to wait for it to drop down again, since it's a penny stock less than 0.80, touching it
Mhm.
0.70, 0.71. It's just within one trading day session or even after market can it can drop. So for this one, I think it would be better to wait for it to drop around the mid volume price of 0.70 or even lower.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you, Kamal.
Yeah, I agree.
Tahir, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't have any further thing to add here. You have covered that all. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're fine.
thanks. Okay, so you mentioned four stocks. The third one was AMC. What was the fourth one? SNDL?
Yes. Yes, Kamal. It was SNDL, but SNDL I'm not interested because it's too much talking. So
Okay.
it's too risky.
Yeah, disclaimer, I'm on SNDL, but I had bought long back, so I'm
Yeah.
holding it and I would be looking to increase my position to average down.
Mhm.
My average is around 1.26,
Okay.
and I think
Mm.
I have set a buy at 0.95, and now looking at chart now, I am thinking I might reduce to around 0.94.
Okay. That's it.
Uh,
I would.
yeah,
Mm.
again,
Great.
yeah, this
Tips from
SNDL and NAKD, these
yeah.
two stocks get discussed a lot on Reddit forums as well.
True, true. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think with that we are done with
Yeah.
the stock request. Apart from Vivek sirs, which I think I would let Tahir to analyze those.
Kamal, you are the expert.
You are the expert. I am following and learning from you both.
Okay, so what you want to do? Let's have a look then.
Yeah, so Vivek sir, you have entered this or you're looking to enter?
I've entered MFC and T God,
Okay, MFC and T got already entered.
and the price is around
Kamal, are you sharing screen or something? Yeah,
Yeah,
your
I
screen is shared.
I am sharing, but I can't hear. Vivek sir was talking and then suddenly
Oh,
we
No,
lost his.
I just informed them, and then I'm just
Oh, okay, I thought.
waiting for analysis. No, I'm waiting for analysis. I'm done.
mm, yeah,
Okay.
waiting for
Oh,
Mr. Kamal.
then, Tahir, would you like to share your screen?
Okay,
Or
continue.
okay, yeah.
My uh, system is not working properly. It might get hang. So
Okay,
then I'll contribute along.
no worries. So yeah, it's on downtrend and currently at this price it had previously it was the support which it got was around 24.7 and has gone below that support. So I think the next support will be around 24. 24 looks to be a good entry and on the weekly chart also 23.5 23.7. So I think it can drop further and then reverse. Coming week could be good to enter this at around 23.7 or 24.
Yeah,
On the
seems so.
yeah,
Kamal, can you share screen with me? I mean, host rights.
yeah.
I'm just trying to
Let,
see if I can do something here.
uh, yeah, I stopped sharing. Can you try now?
You're using webull.com?
Yeah, I was using Webull.
Okay. I never used that. Maybe you need to
You can
help
use
me a little.
trade. You can use Trading View. That's not a problem.
Oh,
Do
it's
whatever you're
okay.
comfortable, no?
So
Trading
yeah,
view.
let's go to webull. Webull I find it interesting. Shall I go to trade?
Yeah, trade or yeah, trade or market. Anything. On the left hand side, and I think second left hand side. Let me
Okay, I'll
annotate.
close this one.
Let me annotate. So if you select either this or this, you might get the chart, or you have the chart here if you want to see the full screen. maybe if you click either of these, you will be able to see a bigger chart.
No, you remove the position and the working blocks, tabs also. Close them. The tabs below.
Yeah, if you select this market tab, you will be able to see bigger charts. On the same view, no, on the same view,
Yeah. This one?
yeah, that one. The first one first, before that. This one.
Time of yours. This one?
Yeah, I'm drawing
Okay.
something. This on the left hand side,
This
just
one?
about, yeah, that one. On the stocks, and then you can select any of the stocks. Yeah,
My watch list. I can pick a symbol here.
yeah. And you can close the watch list if you want.
I need to hide this one as well. Yes, so
You may keep that one. This left side, yeah, this you can untick so that it doesn't show.
oh,
Or maybe for now you can leave it. Yeah, that will
yeah.
help. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'll select the stock. Yeah.
So MFC,
MFC.to.
yeah, the first one. The first one, MFC. Yeah. It's a 1 minute chart, so maybe you can select one day.
So I see this thing as support, and with the upside, it touched the support, and then there is a small upside rejection. 24.7. I think it should be safe, and stop loss shall be at the level of below 24. There is a small wick here. Stop loss shall be here, in my views, and if it takes a support from here, the next target, easy target, 2550 to 2560. This one, 2540, 2550. This is the first target, and the second target, which is like achievable target, is like 26.27. If it crosses this, and then it will open up to the next levels of like 27.8. The first one which I see is 25.4 to 24 or 25.5, this level, something from here to be on the safest side, and the next levels will be 26.25 to 26.3. These two levels, I think, are good levels for this stock to enter, and the stop loss below 24. Yeah, 24 can be a stop loss. 24.12 is this last pick here. So below 24 or 24, a stop loss, target of 25.5, and then 26.25 to 45 should be the target for this. Good entry can be any point in day, the next trading session, if it gives you somewhat similar numbers, which as of closing 24.8. So this can 24.8 and below can be a good number to enter. So that's what I believe in this. Vic, you haven't entered in this stock yet, right?
I have already taken entry at 24.75.
Oh, that is good. Well, 24.75 is like, it is the same price like closing price, almost the same.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this is a good entry price, and I think you can hold it easily for this level of 24.5, which can be the first sell-off period for this. That's what I'm thinking, because it's already at its support level.
Precise.
Yep. So
Yeah.
You can take on the next one.
Yeah, T God.
Spell it, please.
TGOD. Yes, cannabis.
Cannabis. T
Entered at the
God.
current price.
Current price. Current. Okay, that's is a business.
138.
Okay.
Even I am on this at 0.35.
Yeah, this is
0.39.
yeah, this is support again. 0.38. 135 was exactly the support level from where it bounced back. So yeah, 35, and then downside price rejection. A good green candle, which is a good sign that it is taking a support from here. The next level where it takes it to the first level will be 39, and the next very close level that will follow up will be 42. So these two are the close levels. Another thing I want to draw in here, but I'm not exactly able to draw this in this Webull. It works like reverse, I believe, as compared to trading view. So okay. So it needs to cross this diagonal line. When it goes up, if it crosses this diagonal line, it has a strong chance that it will, touch this horizontal resistance of 42. So this is a diagonal resistance. If this diagonal line has been crossed in coming sessions, so 42 will be very close. So you can easily hold till the level of 42.
Great.
Okay. Kamal, do you want to say anything here?
No, I totally agree. Even I was looking at 0.42 as the first target and
Yeah, very,
0.5.
very first target
Yeah.
42. Yeah, because the volumes are not very high in these stocks. I'm My view is like even if you can get a small percentage, book it, because these stocks are not very, very liquid. Like if you see the volumes as compared to other stocks in which you have like a huge volume, you can see up stock may turn upside down or the vice versa. But in these stocks, if you can get like a small percentage, book it and don't wait for like 30% or 40%. Even like there may be a chance you can get rich like AMC guys, but still book it. Whatever is in your hand is better than like two which is not in there.
Yeah. Only positive aspect of this stock is the
Mm-hmm,
cannabis market is has not picked up. So
mm-hmm,
once the cannabis stocks start going up, the previous spike which you
mm-hmm,
see
mm-hmm.
when
Yeah,
cannabis stocks start going up, all the stocks start rallying. So that has not happened recently. It reached till 0.50 and then it came down. So if
sounds good.
you want to hold
So
some portion of the position for the higher, uh,
0.42, 0.47.
yeah,
These are the two levels you'll be looking at.
right.
It can easily cross this 1.38. It will be like easy. 4.2 and 4.8 will be the two targets for this stock. Okay,
So
yeah, can
the
we move
next
on to,
one is
yeah?
also cannabis.
Mm-hmm,
That's why I was saying
yeah,
it's CWB.
this
Sorry,
one,
it's
Canadian Western.
okay.
Yeah, Canada
And
Western.
it's Canadian investment. Okay. I thought uh,
Okay,
It's a bank, I thought.
it's a bank. I
It's a
thought
bank.
it is CWeb.
No, no,
CWEB is a cannabis.
yeah,
mm-hmm.
Canada Bank. Western Bank.
Yeah. I was saying CWEB is a cannabis stock. This,
All right.
yeah.
Strong support.
Yeah. So these seems to be the levels for this one. Okay, it seems to be trading in this channel. If I extend this, let's see where it goes. Yeah, exactly, it's there. So if this channel continues, it's like a little bit converging channel. If you see here over a longer run, it touches this resistance, takes support, resistance, support, resistance, support, and then another resistance should be higher than this one. So if I extend this one, so we are talking about somewhere about the levels of like 39, somewhere about here, 39, from 34 to 39, but with a little hold. So let's see how long it took from here. It was 21st of March, 21st of April till 28th, around like 5 weeks. Here it was like really quick, 18th of Feb till 9th, like 3 weeks, 18th of Feb, like, yeah, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, 5 weeks, but 3 weeks was like little quicker. You can see like green, jump, and then ultimately hit the target. Here also it was a quick one here, almost 3 weeks again. 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Here it was a little bit zigzag, but ultimately it hit the target. Now again, if you talk about like 4 to 5 weeks, it will be like $39 again. So 39, previous high was like 35. If it crosses this 35, the target is like 39, but at least 35 is the same. If we analyze each previous high is less than the new highs, so it is forming actually new highs. So higher highs are being formed. So if we continue the same analysis, if the stock continues the same trend, so next target in my eyes will be like 39 for this stock. Do you want to say anything, you can comment on this?
Yeah, even I agree with your target. Yeah.
So my target is like higher on this. RSI is currently in the currently in the downturn, downwards trend, but it is like most likely because the stock is currently at its support. So if it takes the support from here, RSI will turn up, and there is like a dividend here, 0.29. X dividend date is 9th June, which is already X. So after X, there's always a sell-off. So yeah, so which you can see for last 4-5 sessions. This impact is because the stock has become X dividend. So now if we take the support from here, the next target should be this one, 37 crosses 39. If we took a look about the horizontal support is a little bit lower than this, but still it's not far away. This line, this is not even like far, but it's like little below than what it is currently at. So either this one, if it doesn't take some here, the next which is like just $1 away, and then it will resume its trend because it has been doing so in the past. So it might continue. That's my view on this. Anything else you want to add here, Kamal?
I think it's good. It looks to be at a good entry point this week, and I agree with your target as well.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So can you move on to the next?
Yeah. So next is
RBA.
RBA.
Yep. RBA. RBA. RBA is about to reach its support, or it seems that it has taken a support somewhere from these levels. Yep. Yeah, this seems to be first support for this, and downside price rejection indicates that it has taken a support, now moving upwards, and upside this will be its first resistance level. Yep, 59 0.45. It should be the first resistance level. So upside, I would say it's actually less than $1.80 here. But if it manages to cross this thing, then the second level should be this one. This one should be the second level, 63, which will be a good gain. So upside is you will be in a better position if it crosses the first one. The 80 cents won't be a good reward for this stock. So if you need to wait for the stock to cross this level, because the next target is 63. So you have a gap here till it I would say there is a breather space for this stock to go up towards 63. On the downside, we talk about the risk and reward ratio. The downside is like only $56.97 and a half from the current price, to $1.50 less, and upside we are talking about 63, which is like around $4.50. So this can be a good risk to reward ratio. So the downside 56.94, stop loss I would say below 57 here, or if you can hold a little more below 55 can also work, because the next support is very close. So below 55 can be a stop loss, and 63 should be the target here. Vic, have you already entered in this stock? Vic, have you already entered in this stock?
No, I plan to enter, but what you're showing me is currently US NYSE. I'm planning to take it on TSX. Similar charts. But I plan to enter next week, coming week.
Okay, yeah, it will be a similar
It's a similar chart.
situation.
It's a similar
Yeah,
chart.
if you're planning to enter the next week, then see if it takes a support or if it crosses its first resistance level 59.45. So this can be a good one then. So because then you will not run the risk of stock going down.
Yeah, I'll do
So
that.
that can be fine. Yeah, if it crosses above from here.
Yeah.
So that should be a strategy. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So next is PAAS, pass.
Pass.
Yeah,
One on
TSX.
second one on TS.
Okay. This pass thing. Guys, from where you get these stocks?
Vivek sir has a special screener.
Yes. Either it will be like at its lowest bottoms supports, or minus 30 RSI. Minus 30, like below 30 RSI. So these are the two things, so which is like common in Vivek. Okay, so this one, another one here. Okay. This is a channel for this stock. One breakout and then false breakout, false. This is a purely false breakout, it's trading the same pattern. So now from here, it is moving up. It's moving up, and it can have a little resistance, not a little, actually stronger one here. This one, first level, sorry. This resistance level. This is like short, yeah. So it's around its resistance level, so you need to wait till it crosses this level, 39.80. If it crosses this level, then the next level should be like 42 and then 44. So over the long run, it will hit back towards 44, but you have to wait a little longer because this has been trading in this channel, not falling below this 36. So I would say wait for this stock either to come here around 36.22, then buy from here and easy sell at 39.74. Or if it crosses 39.74, enter from here and then sell at 42 if you want to be on the safe side, or you can hold till 43.7. So these two strategies are in my view on this stock. And RSI is like trending downwards because of the sell off on the last trading session. Mostly Fridays have sell off. So wait for this stock till it reaches its support or cost resistances to enter. But at this point of time, entering might not be a good idea because we are directionless at this point of time, I would say.
Precisely. I was thinking of entering around 37 with a stop of 35 for a target of 44, is which is what you already given.
Yeah.
37, even lower.
37, yes. So that 7 is the support level for this, and 36 will be the
35 would be my stop loss.
even lower.
35 would be the stop loss, which is
Yes.
60 cents lower than the previous low.
Yep.
For a target of 44, 42, 50 or 44.
Sounds good. Yeah, I agree to that.
That is the trade plan that I've created.
Sounds good. Yeah, this can be a good one.
Yeah, 36.25 is also what I was thinking as a buy price and
Great.
target. Yeah, and this looks to be a good stock for swing trade.
Yeah, so PAS and RPF both would be good for us. And CWB, why am I thinking of entering is because it's a bank. It's not giving me the chance to enter earlier. The banks are now at their lifetime highs.
Yeah,
the next stock is RPF.
RPF
on TSX.
Have a look at RPF. First one.
Yes.
RBC Canadian Preferred Share.
$16.
It's a ETF.
Oh my god.
RPF.
Look at the rally.
Yeah, RBC ETF.
Look at this growth. It seems like a Tesla chart.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, Tesla chart. Forget about like 4 or 5 months before he started tweeting on the Bitcoins. Okay.
No, but
Tesla chart during the lockdown.
No, this is not the stock because this is at 23. RPF, which I know, is at 16.
Okay.
RPF.
TSC. It's TSC.
That's the first one we saw.
I don't see it over here.
What's the company name?
Company name. Good question. 1 second. Let me also just check it out. I keep forgetting. No, I just see the RPF. It's a $16 chart.
But I don't have any field where I can filter
Resolute Forest Products. Resolute Forest Products.
Okay. No. Resolute.
Yeah, Resolute Forest Products.
Mining.
No, forest.
No.
Okay, I think.
Okay, I think I can go on the next one, and then meanwhile come on.
It's RFP. It's RFP.
Sorry.
What?
No, madam. RPF.
Second one. Second one. Yeah.
Okay.
RFP.
Yeah,
sorry.
No problem.
No problem. So this one is also almost the same except for this downtrend here.
This one looks better to me from entry perspective.
Yeah, entry perspective. Yeah, that entry was like I don't know. So you can enter, man. You can enter. It has already taken support, and it has given a gap up opening as well, but then a sell off. So because it reached its another resistance level very quickly. This one. So for the entry, either it crosses this level of 16.78. That has to be crossed. If it crosses this level, then enter. Here.
Yes.
Or if it doesn't cross, then enter from here. But that also seems to be risky. So I would say wait. Best entry would be above 16.97. I would say like 17. If it falls back below from here, it might get rejected from level of 16 as well. Because if we look at the longer view, okay, the stock is currently in a downward trend. This trend has been shifted from upward to downward, this channel. So this doesn't look very encouraging if it falls back from here. It's falling back, has taken a support, went up, so it has to go up to continue its trend. But if it doesn't go up and falls back from this resistance level, so it might continue going down towards the next lowest levels. Somewhere about here. Look here, it went up, fall down, up, down. So this trend was continued, but the problem is it hasn't taken this support and has fell back. So the next level, the next thing is it is again on the rise, but the important thing would be it should break this level and stay above so that this trend is continued. But if it doesn't happen, then we might see a sell off and stock coming to the next levels of around like 13. That's what I'm looking at. 13 or a little bit up if I think about this level. Yeah, 14. So I see this stock to be like in more downward trend now after it has broken this support, which was like a little stronger support. It has like hit 4 times here and it has broken. And that's what I see in here. Vic, what are your thoughts on this?
I was thinking of entering it at about 1550, 1565 with a stop of 15.
Stop of 15 seems to be good. Stop of 15 is good.
And entry at about 1565 or 1550.
1565 here. So around support level.
Around the support level. So entry at the recent support taken, and
This meeting is being recorded.
yeah.
Yes, guys. So you're saying entry at the recent support? Yes, entry at the recent support, but that support, I think you should keep an eye on the volumes at that support level.
Yes, I realize because it is suddenly a lot of red volumes.
Yeah.
Right. And
Exactly.
that is why I've kept a very strong stop at $15. Just 65 cents.
But it seems to be a little risky. You have another good options as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking of that. I mean, keep the stop loss lower. I think keep 14 would be a better stop loss.
Yeah.
Or I'm thinking, since we are expecting it to go down, you can exit it closer to 60.
You can enter also later. That means.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can save some loss.
You can save a loss.
Yeah, but my point is, why to take such a risk?
I agree with what you're saying. Why take a risk? Because the trend is clearly showing downtrend.
Yep.
Can you
The volumes are high when the
chart?
candles are red.
Yeah. Can you convert this to weekly chart? Let's see what happens.
This one, next
weekly.
One.
Yeah.
Weekly the same trend.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So Vivek sir, you have not entered it. I thought you already entered.
No, I've not entered. No,
Oh, okay,
I only
okay.
entered the first two. I've entered the first two, which is T-God and MFC.
Okay.
The balance.
Those one even stronger. Those two stocks was like stronger from risk to reward ratio.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, this one it's
this
better
is,
to.
This is a clear downtrend. So this is an avoid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, avoid it for the time being and just keep a watch and to see how we analyze the situation, whether we were right or wrong, just for our self-learning point of view, our own analysis. Keep a watch on it, and then don't invest it. I would say.
Yeah.
Kamal, on the sheet, just change the code and mention
price.
that in the observations to avoid.
Okay. So I'll mention buy price as 14 and avoid for I mean
watch for now. Don't enter.
Yep.
And change the code.
Yeah, I changed the code to RFP and buy price to 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also mentioned to be in the watch list, not a buy call.
Not a buy call, yes.
So Tahir, next is EPIX.
These are all Nasdaq stocks.
Okay. This one, pharma.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Vivek was talking about pharma shooting up in next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's only 4 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good then.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, we can complete this.
Okay. Yeah, we will
Just do a quick analysis. See if it's worth it.
Okay. Coming towards its support, first support level achieved. Okay, I'll quickly draw the lines here. This one,
Yeah.
the first support level.
Yeah.
Second one is lying just below that, but
And
second
then
one is just
then
if
there's a
it
gap
crosses
down.
this one, it will gap down.
Then there's a big gap down. Yes.
It will close this gap if it comes nearby this level of 24. So everyone
Then the
will
gap is definitely going to get
expect,
filled in.
yeah. So 24 will not hold. If it
Yeah,
comes to
24 will
24,
not
it
hold.
will be, yeah.
So
Yeah,
either it reverses from here,
Yeah.
or at 25, it reverses from 25. Else, it's not to be held.
Yeah, I'll wait for 19.5.
Yes, I know that. I know that. So he will pray,
We will
Vivek.
definitely wait for
He
that.
will pray it goes down.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the
So
level.
I have very clearly mentioned buy at
32.
2350, 2350 and 24.
2350?
With a
No,
Or 20.
strong,
no, buy at 19.
Buy at 2350 with a stop of 22.
2350 here.
But that's a wrong call because the gap will get filled in. Or buy at 1750.
Yeah, somewhere here. Yeah, I will.
Or buy at 17 with a stop of 16.
17? No, not
17,
17.
19.
17.
Above
17.
20.
Or
Here,
buy at
somewhere here.
17, come
17
lower
is,
down.
17,
is
it
to,
might,
17. Buy at 17.
yeah,
it will not come there.
it,
Wait.
Watch.
it might get support before that, around 19.520.
Now I'm talking about these wicks.
Yeah.
So it might, at any point of day, there will be a low, there will be a wick with a downside price rejection, and it will shoot up.
Yes.
So 20.2 by around like here, 20.5.
And
With the
Yeah.
candle showing the downside price rejection.
20.5 will be a buying price for that.
Yeah, and
Yes.
the stop can be around 16.5 or 17 wicks, which what you were mentioning.
Yeah.
You can mention the stop loss here, but it will not hit the stop
Reach,
loss. It will bounce back.
yeah. So I think
Even this will be a watch for future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch and target price is like 20.5.
And even remove the buying price at 17.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
alter it entirely.
Yeah.
Or remove it off.
I'll remove 17. I'll make 16.5 as the stop loss. But it
remove it otherwise.
yeah,
Otherwise remove the watch only.
And I'll put buy as 20.25.
20.5 or 20.25, yes.
Yeah, 20.25 and then
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chalo.
Okay, so
Okay. What's next?
I had few in the screeners, but maybe we can take a look at two of them and call it off.
That will be better.
Sure.
Okay. So from the screens, I'll mention Tahir, maybe you can continue analysis on your screen itself.
Yeah.
Let me just pull this off. So I think JWEL. Vivek sir, did we finish analysis for that?
I had done the analysis, but yeah. But let's do it again. Lower, second one.
Okay, so this one here, this one coming towards its support levels.
So I was looking at 33.3, 33.5 to be a
So if we
support
talk
from where it
about the
can reverse.
wicks, then yes, you count this wicks.
Yeah, 33.5. Since I'll be entering in small quantity, that's why that week might work for me. Vixer takes a
Okay.
larger quantity, so he might it would be better to place a little
Okay.
higher buy price.
No worries, man. So I'm expecting the first levels to be here, and second levels somewhere around here, 38, 36 and 38. So these levels in stock is currently in the downward trend. And important thing will be if it takes support. So this one might not hold good. I'll remove that because there is a wick. Every time when it took a support, Kamal, if you notice that there is a downside price rejection. Look here, downside price rejection,
Hmm.
downside price rejection, downside rejection, downside rejection. So far, there is no downside rejection, and there is a space.
Right.
So this has been a previous trend, and mostly it happens like that. There is downside price rejection, and stocks goes from there. So this is like importance of the candle wick formation pattern. So 33.4, this can be a good buying point here, and RSI is also like dead. So from here to the next targets of 36 and 38. That's my view on this.
Yes. Looks good.
Yeah, because
And
it's continuous in the downward trend.
yeah,
Downward trend, and then it will reach till here, and from here we are expecting a bounce back.
correct.
30 from 33.4.
Yeah, even I was having the same thought.
Yeah,
But
sure.
great. So next is APS. It has come up in the screener because it has dropped a lot. APS.
Okay, APS. This one.
Yes, yes.
This is illiquid stock, Kamal.
How much is the volume?
No volumes here. Although it has dropped, it will be a like bet. It has dropped a lot
Four,
here.
I see 432K as the volume.
These volumes are like
Oh,
very on
Only the
chart.
last one.
yeah, the last one is
The last
432K.
one only because there will be a sell-off because of the gap down. But what happened here? Is it becoming another LTE?
Maybe you can check in the news tab just on the left corner, down below
Kamal, Kamal,
on the same screen.
gap up is covered by the gap down. Gap up on earnings
Mm-hmm.
covered by a gap down.
This one earnings were like previously.
No, last previous earnings in April. In April, it was a gap up.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's covered the
April.
gap.
Now
Right,
it's
Yeah,
covered the whole gap with a gap down.
right,
yeah.
right. That's a good
And what will
observation.
happen here? It was a gap down as well. Okay, look what happened.
Yeah.
Gap down, and then support was not honored at that point. It went even below.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, look at the drawing. It opened from here 5, a huge gap down, and then till here. If we go back, 2.2. Kamal, in my eyes, it will be risky.
So 4.3, 4.4 is not a safe entry.
4.3.
4.3,
But you
4.4.
don't know how long it will go. It will go down, then it will move like sideways. Your capital will be stuck for a while. If you want to block your capital for some time, you may.
Okay.
You may.
Okay. No, it just came up in the screener. That's
Happen
why.
like the next day or the next week, it starts trading up and fills the gap. I mean, if the gap has already been filled up, so it will start moving upward. So it will, continue the same motion towards the right and the consolidation. But if you see the sizes of the candles, look here, 6.5 to 6.8, 30 cents. This was one of the biggest candle it has formed. The other candles are like not very encouraging because of the volumes. Why it has become attractive in the stock screener, because you might have given some filters below 30 or like sharp decline or something like that. So because of that, it has picked up. It has gone down. It's a good opportunity for those who are like looking for something for very long term, not for swing.
It must have been a RSI scanner talking about less than 30.
Yeah, I
Yes.
had kept under CCI under 150 and
Yeah.
Williams are minus
But,
85.
but
RSI also under
why,
35.
in case if you zoom out,
Mhm.
there is one more gap on your left side of the screen.
This one.
Come to your left. Yeah, that. Wait.
Just at the center.
Around November end of 2020.
Yeah,
There's a gap up.
gap up.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Well before the green candles.
This one.
Where you see the screen at 2.37. Yes. Over here. Stop there. At 3.5, 3.6, there's a gap up.
Yeah, on the
This
left
one.
hand side. On the left hand side.
On the left side of the screen,
Yeah.
there's gap up.
Yeah, there's a gap up here.
You have a microscope?
Yeah. This gap up is there.
Okay. A tiny gap up. You caught it. I said you got a microscope, maybe. Very
Yeah,
tiny one.
yeah. That's why I was thinking around between 2.3 to 2.4.
Best entry 2.3, 2.4, and then hold it for a little time for better returns.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think for it to reach at that price, it might take time as well.
Yeah.
So this we can avoid for now. The first one looks to be attractive, the one which we analyzed before this JWEL.
This one to be in the watch list only.
Yeah. Okay, I think we are good. Or
Yep.
Yeah.
okay, so I'll just stop the streaming. Thank you all who are watching us online. Thanks for joining. See you all next
Thank you
week.
very much, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.